Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Friday, the 10th of May. The Greens are feeling the impact of last week's outburst in the House by MP Julianne Genter. A taxpayers union-funded Courier poll shows the party's dropped 4.4 percentage points to 10.2. Here's political editor Jason Walls.
The Greens' loss has been Labour's gain. The party's up 4.3% to 30. It still trails National, which was more or less static on 37.3%. And the poll shows that with the support of ACT on 9.4% and New Zealand First on 5.5%, the coalition government would remain in power.
The Defence Ministers set an ambitious target Defence Force attrition. Judith Collins has announced a $571 million increase to the budget, about $163 million for improving pay. A recent briefing paper told Collins 30% of full-time defence staff were lost in the 20 months ending February last year. She says she wants to slash that number.
My personal target, I'm very ambitious on these matters. I'd like to see probably around about the 7%. That would be a great target to get.
Labour's leader says there are bigger problems than who uses what bathroom. New Zealand First leader has pledged to introduce a members' bill requiring separate unisex and single-sex toilets in all new publicly accessible buildings. Winston Peters says it's to protect women's spaces. But Chris Hipkins says almost all places already have a range of options.
Is Winston Peters going to say now that anyone using a unisex bathroom is going to be fined? I mean, how on earth are they going to police that? How on earth are they going to enforce it? And surely there are more important things we should be talking about.
A law and order public meeting David Seymour's holding in Auckland's Epsom has turned heated. About 100 people arrived at the Parnell Hotel to air concerns to the local MP and police area commander. Jordan Dunn is there.
Among the complaints were people tired of constant disorderly behaviour, with calls for law changes being met with a room full of applause. It comes after violent robberies and an accommodation burning down in the last month. Seymour and Auckland Central District Commander Grant Tetzlaff say they are doing everything they can, but in some cases are bound by laws and resource restrictions and can't intervene.
An advocate says coal and gas can't be our only backup to avoid blackouts. Grid operator Transpower asked households to conserve power this morning. The government's blamed a ban in 2018 on oil and gas exploration for our short supply of natural gas. But the Consumer Advocacy Council's Deborah Hart says we need to prioritise energy-efficient and cheaper solutions like solar energy and electric batteries.
We have to turn away from gas and coal because all of that costs us a lot more money. It's more expensive to run and we will pay for it.
To sport headlines, and former Black Cap Colin Munro has retired from internationals, feeling he's been given the runaround by New Zealand cricket. The 37-year-old says the selectors sounded him out about the upcoming T20 World Cup, but then didn't pick him. Silver fern shooter Grace Weke has been confirmed out of action for up to 6 weeks after re-injuring the same knee she hurt in last year's Netball World Cup. And Olympic rowing champion Emma Twigg has revealed the Paris Games will almost certainly mark her final campaign. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.